What's up? How's it going? We up in here. We up in here. We up in here. How we roll. Son? How we roll, son? We all had a fantastic week. About that time that we get things funky, moving, and grooving, just like you always should have been doing. I'm not a rhyme philosopher, but I am a photographer when I take pictures, like everyone else. But I'm not. But you must maintain that I'm the main in those movies, Jermaine. Let's get it in.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi.
Ooh, oh, wrong one. Oh, who lives on the screen to talk about movies? It's not Kevin Hart. He is Mexican looking but black and white at heart. Not Kevin Hart. See, I rhymed heart, Heart, with Hart, and I want to end the song sublimely. Not Kevin Hart, not Kevin Hart, not Kevin Hart, not Kevin Hart. I am not Kevin Hart. Let's get on with the news, shall we? All right, it is reported that Liv Tyler is going to be returning to the MCU, and that return will be in Captain America: New World Order. Remember, she was in the second Hulk film. It was the first Hulk film that's part of the MCU called The Incredible Hulk, which starred Edward Norton instead of Mark Ruffalo. She's going to be coming back as Betty Ross. This could indicate that Hulk is going to make his return to like the movies. And either way, this could answer some questions about the Hulk, such as where was he going in that one scene in She-Hulk, Attorney at Law? What was he talking about in that scene where he was flying in space? Will Hulk ever smash Betty Ross? Did Betty Ross and Hulk smash? How do you even survive a Hulk smashing? And when the Hulk comes, does he still scream, Hulk smash? All of these burning questions are questions that will be answered in Captain America New World Order coming out May 3rd, 2024. Ryan Coogler is going to be is working on developing a new X Files series. A lot of these news outlets are saying, in quotations, like all of them are in quotations, diverse. Just use the word black. There's nothing wrong with that. We want a black X. Granted, and I never thought that I wanted black X Files, but of course I do. I think it would be definitely more interesting. I do think it's a little stupid in any case, in all seriousness, to have a reboot of X Files. I know it is like a 30-year-old show, but the actors are still around. I still love Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny, but Ryan Coogler developed some cool shit. So I'm interested to see where this is going. I never watched the show in its entirety, but I am pretty excited. But yeah, make a diverse X Files. Diverse. Make a diverse X Files. Make a black X Files. Yeah, sure. Throw a couple Asians in there and maybe even a Mexican. Okay, fine. Not just a Mexican. It can be a full mariachi. You can watch the whole original series on Amazon Prime. Speaking of John Wick, which we discussed last week or 2 weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago, but the Ballerina spinoff starring Ana de Armas is going to be coming out next year, I believe. I genuinely love Ana de Armas, but we all want Halle Berry back in John Wick 3. Give Ana de Armas that chick from James Bond instead. I don't know if you guys saw the latest James Bond movie, No Time to Die, but she's in one scene. Badass scene. She's super funny, super sexy, kicks some super kicks some ass. I would rather see a spin-off from that character than I would from her as a character we've never seen before. I want more Hallie. Is my whole point. Lionsgate is apparently still pushing for John Wick 5. If you saw John Wick 4, you're like, why make a John Wick 5? Because of box office sales, they want to make a 5. I think they should just focus on their spin-offs and just do what they do. Don't fuck with John Wick anymore. But I'll see a John Wick 5 if they do it. No, I skipped one. James Gunn has been confirmed to direct Superman. He already admitted that he was working on a film and developing a script for it, but they didn't say who the director was. It's gonna be him. So that's pretty cool. And I'll expect this is going to happen. I just hope that it's not going to be. I think he will do it justice. I don't think a lot of people are scared to do just like regular weird jokes or whatever. If you saw Slither, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I think who's going to be the young Superman? That's what I'm interested in. Logan Lerman, who played Percy Jackson, the original Percy Jackson. His name's been has been tossed around. I think that'd be kind of an interesting choice. Speaking of directors, Wes Love is going to be making his feature nonfiction, I guess, feature fiction directorial debut for the live action adaptation of the Aristocats. That's going to be a blend of CGI and live action, kind of the same as like Lion King, but probably a little more live action CGI. And when I posted this, and I read online, I saw a lot of people like, I don't know if this is such a good idea. I didn't like the movie a lot. It was never one of my favorites. It's a great movie. I'm excited because the Aristocats have really, really good music and what better musician to direct than Questlove. He directed Summer of Soul, which is a documentary that was may have won an Academy Award. I'm not positive, it at least was nominated. But I'm excited to see him broaden his creativity and what creative outlets he can get his toes into. If you don't know who Questlove is, he is one of the members of the Roots crew. Every weekday on this night show. I'm waiting for the Roots to leave this night show. I want them to just continue making music. But it is fun to see him on Jimmy Fallon whenever I watch it. I'm glad that Questlove still doing work. I don't know how he has the time. House of Dragon season 2 is said to be releasing a lot further than you think. A lot of people want it to be next year. Of course, it wants to be this year too. But they have reported that instead of 10 episodes, it's going to be going down to 8 next season. The show is widely talked about whenever it's on. This isn't news, but I guess this is like in case the show airs their 8th episode and when it comes out, people are like, "What the hell? I never knew this was only supposed to be 8 episodes this season." Well, you should have watched Popcorn Poppin' 3 years ago. It's going to take a while to come out because of COVID restrictions that are fucky when it comes to productions, but also because of how freaking expensive and how much they work on the show. It might be a little while longer. More news. Curb Your Enthusiasm is coming out this year, but it is reported it might be the final season. This report has happened with each season, but apparently someone who works on the show, like an agent or producer or something, posted a picture of Larry David and said, filming the last scene of the final season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. The tweet has been deleted ever since. Now I do in the room. Curb Your Enthusiasm is one of my favorite shows. I'd be very depressed to know that this is their final season, but I'd be okay with it too because 12 seasons. You guys could have ended like 3 years ago. It'd have been all right. But I am very excited for the next season. I'd be okay with it being the final season because Larry David's one of the only old white people I love. I want it to remain that way because I feel like a lot of white people we love grow old and turn into great old white people. Not to say Larry David would ever have that happen, but he's super old. We live in a super different time. I think it'd be hard to juggle a television show to keep going. And I think he handles new issues very well in his latest season. To be honest, I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the table with this next season. I'd be okay with it being go out on top, just like Jerry Seinfeld did. Scott Pilgrim anime series, very exciting. I talked to a couple of people about this who were like, "Oh, I'm surprised you're not way more excited." I don't watch anime. First of all, this isn't like well because it's anime, I don't care. That's not the issue. I just thought Scott Pilgrim vs. the World was perfect, and there's no reason to expand upon that. This is a continuation. This isn't a reiteration or a prequel. They're expanding the universe. They're bringing everyone, everyone's coming. Edgar Wright is helping produce the show. I don't know if he's directing the episodes, not all he's writing. But Brian Lee O'Malley, who does the comic, he's like, taking care of business with all of it. Like everyone that saw, everyone that was involved with the show. I don't know the details, except that's going to be on Netflix. You can rewatch the movie. The episode is super fun. One of the best comic book movies ever. The re-return of Futurama, the twice canceled television series. Futurama will be returning on Hulu. It was reported that Joe DiMaggio, who voiced Bender, would not be coming back to the revival because he was basically protesting that the cast needed to be paid higher wages, otherwise he wouldn't come back. Sadly, it didn't work out that way, but he came back anyway. He said he earned the respect of his peers, and hopefully this respect will be noticed by whoever writes the paychecks and actually give the cast that show is awesome. Voice actors should be getting paid like an obscene amount of money. I'm sure they're getting paid like obscene less. It's gonna have a 20 episode run this revival season, and Amy Wong, who's voiced by Laura Tom, said this in the summer. The first 10, she said that it should be released this summer. That's what Amy Wong actually said. Here are the first 10 titles, the first 10 episode titles: The Impossible Stream, Rage Against the Vaccine. That's interesting. Taking on COVID. App is canceled. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm so excited. Did I not read this when I fucking wrote them down? The Prince and the Product, related to items you've viewed. Kip gets knocked up a notch. How the West was 1010001. I know what you did last Xmas. You know that Super Santa Claus or Bad Santa's coming back. Parasites Regained and All the Way Down. Interesting titles though. I like Zap gets canceled. That's gonna be interesting to see Zap Bradley get canceled. All right, on to our heads up segment. These films or television series that I'm going to be mentioning are not coming out next week, but the following week. I'm suggesting you to catch up on The Marvelous Mrs. Mabel, which returns to Amazon Prime April 14th for their final season. It centers on Midge, which is played by Rachel Brosnahan, a female stand-up comedian who rises to fame in the 1950s with the help of her manager, Susie Meyerson, played by Alex Borstein. Sorry if I butchered your name. It's a very funny show, very well-made show, and you know, it's just I think one reason it's hard for me to like feel bad for anyone is most of them are rich white people. In any case, it's still a really great show. It's very funny. Is this is supposed to be their if you want to catch up on the show? It's very easy to watch. Friday, you have until Friday, April 14th. You can watch them all on Amazon. And that whole season will be dropping. Next, Blind Spotting, the television series. I have not watched the television series, but I have watched the film, which I highly recommend. The film came out in 2018, stars Pete Diggs, and they made a television series sequel on characters that aren't David Diggs, but basically everyone else. And the film you can watch on Hulu, apparently. And then you can watch the series on Stars. But season 2 is going to be dropping on Stars April 14th. I will now be watching the television series because when I heard that the show was coming out, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if this is necessary. But the fact that they made a season 2 means that the studio or Stars will use the show. Black Lady Sketch Show. Love this show. This is their final season, which will be returning on April 14th on HBO. I think they have 3 seasons so far. For instance, in the first season. The first season is fucking cool. The rest of the show is still good, but the first season is so great. I highly, highly recommend it if you love comedy. And they have a lot of weird comedy. Really, really good. Very. What it has to be in the top 10 television series of all time. no lie, no talked to someone recently, shout out to Princess Sophia, who said that I always say, "This is one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorite TV shows." I watch a lot of movies and television shows, okay? This is legit one of my favorite movies and television shows. Barry, the final season, April 16th, HBO Max. Check it out. Catch up. You have 2 weeks from today. Can't tell you enough. It's so funny and really great drama, great action scenes. Fucking dope. Check it out. You guys have a while. I think I'm up until then. Yellow Jackets. Oh, okay. So these are my concessions. These are my these are my concessions. Yellow Jackets this week was pretty good. If you haven't watched it yet, it's about a soccer team. There's two storylines that you watch. One is in the past, I think 25 years ago. A soccer team crash, a high school soccer team crashes into a wilderness, struggles to survive while simultaneously the other timeline, we're being told the tale of some of the survivors who got away as adults in the present time trying to keep their secrets hidden from what had happened all those years ago. All we know is that the soccer team stuck for a year and a half. We know some characters that survive. We don't know what secrets they were trying to bury in this wilderness, but this past episode, we do know one thing that they probably didn't want to tell anyone, and I don't want to spoil anything, but if you watch the season premiere of this episode, the last bite of something that they eat was an indication of where this season's going to go. And I think that this is like where shit gets real. There is a really crazy ending scene involving all the girls and the boy. Basically, everyone except for the coach that all partake in something like animals. It's actually a very, very well done scene. It's kind of like spooky and scary and shit. But he backs away. He's like, "Oh fuck, get the fuck out of here!" So basically, they're getting I'm very, very excited to see what the show does. Like Lord of Lost means Lord of the Flies. It's a lot less Lost bullshit. And there's some sort of other supernatural thing going on that we don't understand. And we don't know it's supernatural, but we know something else is going on. Check it out. Yellow Jackets on Showtime. New episodes on next week. How are we doing on time? All right, we got 13 minutes left. We're doing good. The Mandalorian! Wait. Harry Mason. Great new episode. I don't have much to say about it. If you haven't watched it yet, it's about a PI that turns into a self-defense attorney, into a defense attorney, taking place in the 1930s and 40s. It's super dope. Check it out. Mondays, HBO. During the second season. Mandalorian! Wednesdays on Disney Plus. Okay, so real quick, this show used to be a western. They totally walked away from that, and I think that the reason they have walked away is because simultaneously filming this and Last of Us, Pedro Pascal is probably very unavailable for as much screen time for The Mandalorian as there is. This is nothing confirmed or anything, but I think this is an explanation for why this newest season has been focusing on other characters besides the Mandalorian. He's hardly in this, but they do steer a lot of that focus onto Bo-Katan's character and how she's trying to balance becoming prophetic leader of the Mandalorians along with leveling out the Mandalorian. This is the way of the old ways, and now she's being tasked with bringing both these worlds together. And it's very exciting. I like what they're going with this. Last episode, you see more clearly where things are headed and how things are supposed to be. And I'm very excited to see what the rest of the season holds. I just, this is my least favorite season, but it's not something I want to say it's a negative thing. I just miss the Western vibe. And I hope that Pedro Pascal's schedule will be a little more clear for filming for next season so we can go back to that Western vibe. I really, really enjoy that. I enjoy what's happening with this season, especially after this episode. I just miss older again Wednesday. Bad Batch ended. I should have took out the Wednesdays. They released the final two episodes of this newest season on Disney Plus, so you can watch the whole season there. It is this last season, man, compared to the first, was not. entertaining. And I hate to say that. I do love this show in general. They just need more interesting characters, honestly. Big shit happened in these last 2 episodes, and I'm excited to see where things go. I just think, next season, make more interesting characters. One final thing I have to say about Mandalorian. This newest episode featured the actor who voiced and did the CGI of Jar Jar Binks. He plays a Jedi in a flashback sequence of saving Grogu. I thought that was really cool. In case you guys didn't usually the idea of having Jar Jar Binks' name uttered in any installment after Clone Wars or Revenge of the Sith, you'd be like, fuck that. But no, he plays a badass. Not Jar Jar Binks, the actor who portrayed. But also, we got a glimpse at someone from Rebels. That came out of nowhere. I heard the voice, and I'm like, is that what I think it was? And a rewind. That was a cool cameo. I'm very, very excited for Ahsoka. Anyways, Ted Lasso, Apple TV Plus, March 15th. On Wednesdays, you can watch this. And this latest episode was great. Great in the sense of funny, but I don't like this Zabo storyline. Zabo, whatever. They recruit this new soccer player, or I'm sorry, footballer, to the team to help them win this new season. And it's realistic in the sense of like, hey, this average team got LeBron. Watch them win the championship. I want the team that I watch the show about to win on their own merit, not because they got this super fucking LeBron football. And I know that's what it's about. I'm sure that he will end up not playing. But this is it's funny. I'd rather not have not a bad actor or anything. I don't know. Lucky Hank is on Sundays and see, but I did not watch the newest episode. Party Down ended their maybe final episode ever, but the finale of the short 6 episode revival season was this past week. A great credit scene that gives us hope for next season. I love this revival season. There's only one episode that I thought was not as strong as the rest. The rest was fucking rock solid. I really hope that they continue. I think the show can continue. The season proved that it will still be very, very funny. And there's no word yet if it's Wu Tang. Wednesdays on Hulu. I'm sorry, I'm a busy guy, guys. South Park. I did watch this episode. It was very funny. Mr. Garrison rallying. Hilarious. Wednesdays on Thursdays on HBO. They still got it, man. They still got it. And I like Randy trying to party. Hello, tomorrow. Apple TV Plus on Fridays. But I think oh no, there's one more. It's a good show. I just if they have a second season, I'll watch it, but I won't be that sad if they go. It's about lunar real estate salesman Aki Moon. All right. Other streams of TV shows that I'm interested in or will watch, but I don't have time to. Snowfall, I will absolutely watch this final season, which is on Wednesdays at FX and Thursdays on Hulu. Ghost, Book 2 of Power, which is on Fridays. I think it's on Fridays on Stars, but I hear this new season is really good. I have to watch like 3 spin-off series first. Tetris movie is on Apple TV Plus. Super weird. They made this into a movie. I didn't watch the movie yet, but it looks kind of interesting. It's a rated R movie. Like wild shit happens. I don't know anything about how Tetris was found, but apparently it's crazy enough story. There's a series called Unstable with Rob Lowe. This isn't a show I think I will watch, but I watched the trailer and it made me chuckle. But and The Power, which is on Amazon Prime. I I'm not gonna watch this if they have a season 2 'cause I've honestly heard bad things, but it seems like an interesting concept. It's just that I think Amazon Prime was like, "Oh, The Boys work. We need to make more shows like The Boys." About a group of teenage girls who mysteriously develop a special power that allows them to elect. That doesn't sound anyways, if that sounds like an interesting. All right, now we're into the spotlight film of the week, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. This movie was much better than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. It's a lot of fun, a lot of fun. John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein did a great job. If you like this movie, check out Game Night. This movie is very fun, which is good because D&D is very fun. Just a bit corny. Now, this movie they tried to make the audience not just old nerds. They want kids to enjoy it too, which I thought was a very good idea. When I went to go see 1001 on Saturday, there was a shit ton of people um, on the thing, so I'm very happy. We hopefully box office will do well enough to do another one of these. I'll absolutely watch it. It featured a really cool druid scene with the Tiefling. I do think the Tiefling should have had more what's it called airtime, more time on screen, more of a storyline. She was very boring. It was the redheaded chick from It. I think she could have gotten more. But it's a very creative film. I cracked up at quite a few scenes. One involved Jonathan in a window. That's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil it, but it is hilarious. And I will absolutely watch this if they make another one. I think they can tweak a few things. I feel like they could have worked on a lot of the first film, but they focus more on like CGI and rather than, hey, how funny is this? I'm not just trying to shit on it. I think that they succeeded. I think they heavily. I don't think I could. I know because guess what? I've never. I don't think I could make a better version of Dungeons and Dragons film adaptation. It's a very hard thing to succeed in, but I do think they succeeded nonetheless. In theaters right now, I do say it's popping. Check it out. It's fun. It's fun. If you're not into sci-fi or fantasy, should I say, you might not dig it. 1001. This movie was the best movie out of the three that I watched. And it stars Tayona Taylor, and her character is a struggling ex-con who takes in Terry, a child living in terrible foster care conditions. He explains to Terry that she once left him on the street corner for the foster care system to take care of him. But as a foster care alum herself, she tries to save him from a life of limited opportunities, especially in the black community. It's a very fast-changing movie. Fast, like as in they'll do establishing shots of New York City, and it will jump ahead a few years without you really knowing, a few weeks or a few years. And I dig that because it makes it more of like a biopic tale of this mother and son. And it's heartbreaking. Tayona Taylor's excellent. I do think that she should be nominated for an Academy Award. I will say that. She's very, very good. Everyone's good. The dad figure that they bring into the mix is really, really good. Lucky. I've never seen that happen before. It's really good. The adult version of Terry, or adult, the teenager version of Terry is very, very good. It's a powerful fucking scene. I'm not gonna lie. I cried very heavily at the end. And it's so damn good. Both of them nailed, nailed, nailed it. It's a good New York City film. I've never been to New York, so I guess I can't legally say that. But there are some films that you watch, particularly like Woody Allen films or other directors from New York, that you can tell like that they wanted to make it as realistic as living in New York as you can. And with that, you want to capture a character in the city, whether it be through sound or through what you see. And I think that this film did a very good job at that. I felt like I lived did an excellent job. Acting, great across the board. It does touch on topics like the foster care system the struggles of Black women taking care of family in a system designed to fuck them up, gentrification, and just, it's so good. It's such a great film. I recommend seeing this more than Dungeons and Dragons. However, this is not a feel good film. It's got a few humorous scenes, but it's a serious movie. It's a very heavy movie. I highly, highly recommend watching it. This movie deserves your money, and you should spend it and tell everyone. Gotta tell you though, I keep looking it up, and I keep getting answers to a thousand and one different other things. I haven't figured out why the movie's called 1001. And I feel like it might be very, very obvious, and I don't know what it is. But I don't know what it is. I didn't catch it. That's my only issue. So if you want to feel good and funny, or if you want to have fun, go see Dungeons and Dragons. If you want to see a film, go see a thousand. And if you want to just feel stupid at home, watch Murder Mystery 2 on Netflix. You watch Murder Mystery 1 on Netflix as well. Hey man, Adam Sandler's back doing this Adam Sandler thing. This movie was a lot sillier than the first. I thought it was funny. I still laughed. The movie definitely gets better when they go to it stars him and Jennifer Aniston as a detective. They own their own detective agency now, so they're both PIs. A little closer to home on their vacation. When they get to Paris, things kick in. It gets a lot better. But it's supposed to be a stupid comedy with you not thinking that hard. It does succeed in that. He's got a lot of good physical comedy. They turned Adam Sandler into like a action hero in this. I get that the character used to be a cop, but they went with more action than they did with like the detective aspect of it. But and it's more about a kidnapping than it is about a murder. In any case, it's still fun. I recommend watching it if you like Adam Sandler. If you're on the fence about Adam Sandler, don't watch it. You're not gonna like it. But if you like Adam Sandler, you'll. Jennifer Aniston was hilarious in it. A few things that I wrote down that I wanted to say was there's a scene where a coat's on fire. And he tackles her out the window. Just tell her to take the coat off. That's a lot. There's a car gag with the driver that they did in the first film. Where oh, you got the steering wheel. You have to drive. They did that in the first movie, but who cares? In the second one, they do it, and they're not in a rush. So I just realized I'm past 30 minutes. And there is a violent death for the villain at the end. Also, it's a weird ending, but if they make a third, I guess I'll watch it. It is slightly pop. It's mediocre pop, but I love Adam Sandler, and I'm not knocking him. He did his job. Succession. This is the new spotlight show that I'm going to put on because it's fucking Succession. Sundays on HBO. It's going to be airing tonight at 9. And the Roy children versus their media mogul father for control of the business. Rich white people show. Very entertaining, fucking hilarious, great return. Great return. It's awesome to see the kids working together. Very rare do we see them working together, but they do. I'm very happy about that. Um, it's the final season, man. I'm excited to see the next episode. Die Hearts 2, Die Hearts. The whole season is on Roku right now. Season 1, which was developed and edited into a film, is on Amazon Prime. Watch that. When it comes to the second season, don't get Roku for it. Wait for it to drop on Amazon or something. The show's entertaining. I love Kevin Hart. It's still very funny. It's just compared to the first season, man. The first season was gold. I think I like the first season more because it's centered on one location, and John Travolta was fucking dope in it. Kevin Hart is still great in this. And I'm glad that we have a return of Ben Schwartz. Apparently, John Cena is going to show up. I've only seen the first 4 episodes, but it's easy. Each episode's like 8 to 15 minutes long, so it's a very easy watch. Check it out. I miss John Travolta, and halfway through, we Kevin Hart's stunt double. It's very stupid, but we're excited to see what the rest of the season holds. If you like Kevin Hart, check it out. Just like Adam Sandler, if you're on the fence, you're not. You're probably not. But I dig it a lot. Another one that I'm putting into the spotlight is a show that I did not know was coming out this week. I'm very happy. It's called The Big Door Prize. And if you check out the trailer, it's got a very, very interesting storyline that I'm going to tell you about. A small town starts to make radical changes in their personal lives when a mysterious machine calculates a person's life. So basically, for like $2, you put $2 in quarters into a machine. Then you type in your social security number along with putting your hands on it. No, actually, it's a lie. One character said this is obviously some sort of scam. You have to put your fucking social security number in there. You fools! Why would you do that? Anyways, a card pops out and it tells you what your life potential is. So, for instance, a character's card says huge. Another one says royalty, and another one says magician. So, like magician, I should have probably just said that. Magician, now he starts to take like magician classes, and like he finds like this new thing he wants to do. A character that finds royalty has more confidence in himself and wants to become more of a figure for not the population, more of a figure for an audience. So like there's a scene where they're trying to encourage this kid to play basketball, and I won't say who. The person who got the royalty card has more confidence in knowing her life's potential is royalty that she tries to encourage the whole crowd to encourage him. So it's really, really interesting. Chris O'Dowd is fucking hilarious if you don't know him. The actress, which I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to look up because she deserves to be credited. She was in and probably still is in the Black Lady sketch show. She was my favorite character too. I don't know why I'm saying was. She still is. Like I said, she's still in the show. But she's my favorite character, and I couldn't place who his wife was in the show. And then I figured it out from one thing that she did. It's Gabrielle Dennis, excellent actress, and she's hilarious in the Black Lady sketch show. It's another reason to watch that show. But another reason to watch the show is that each episode focuses on a different character, and they focus on her. She's great. Chris O'Dowd's character is one of the only people in this small town that has a problem with this machine, especially when he gets his card. So I check it out. It's on Apple TV Plus. New episodes on Fridays. The first 3 episodes are on right now. All right, coming attractions. I'm gonna go through this real quick because, man, I'm sorry I went over. I hope the show gets better because I'm getting less and less viewers. April 7th, The Pope's Exorcist. Not gonna be watching that. It's called The Pope's Exorcist. Kate, starring Owen Wilson. This is basically about a character that's very similar to Bob Ross. A movie called Praise This will be streaming on Peacock. Check out the trailer for that. Schmigadoon season 2, April 7th on Apple TV Plus. I'm not going to be watching the first season. I'm not going to have time, and it's a musical series, but it looks pretty funny, so maybe check that out. And now we're going to talk about what's going to be coming out next week. Super Mario Bros. Movie in theaters April 5th. My hypothesis is this movie's way better than everyone thinks. I'm very excited for it. Look out for another video where we'll be going over other video game adaptations. Air in theaters April 5th. It is about how Nike developed the Michael Jordan's Air Jordan. Directed by Ben Affleck, stars himself, Matt Damon, Chris Rock, and Jason Bateman, and all the ways. The Portable Door, MGM Plus on April 8th. I watched the trailer and it was but also it has my boy Christoph Waltz. A man lands an internship at a mysterious London firm with unconventional employees, including the charismatic CEO who is incorporating modern corporate strategy into ancient magical practices. Check out the trailer. It looks fantastical shit, and it looks the spotlight show of next week. This is what I'm most excited about. I'm more excited about the Super Mario Brothers. It's called Beef. Check out the trailer if you're interested. I kind of wish I didn't want the trailer. It stars Stephen Yoon and Ali Wong, who play two strangers who, after a traffic incident between the two, try to destroy one another's life. It also co-stars Andrew. Heard about the show. The first season is going to be dropping April 6th on Netflix. Super excited for it. It looks extremely well made, very funny, and like dark humor kind of Dave's new season will be returning FXX April 5th, the first episode, and it'll be streaming on Hulu the next day. And watch the show. If you're a fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm as well as Ricky, you'll love the show. Great show. Very funny. Very excited to watch it. That is all for this week, guys. Thank you very much for whoever will watch this recording. If you are watching a recording of this, please tune in on Sundays at 7 p.m. It's pretty lonely to talk to a room full of no one. Have a great week. I'll see you next week. And don't forget, we'll be going over Super Mario Brothers, Air, The Portable Door, Beef, and Dave. Peace out, girls.